It's not really that much of an
Cool.
intensive thing to actually process everything, so it doesn't really need all of this, but I don't... whatever. If it works, it works, but still could do with something a little better. Hi, Jack.
Raelynn.
Where were you? I was beginning to worry a little bit.
Had to deal with a scrapper on the way back. They're starting to hide out in the tunnels now that I've got the routine. Now that they're aware of the routine, anyway. But since I'm aware that they're aware, it isn't really helping them any.
I mean, yeah. Besides, they're just regular scrappers, and you have that, so you just win.
Exactly. Exactly, and the one time they actually did manage to get an advantage over me is because they had one 50 caliber bullet. And I wouldn't be surprised if they've already used up the only one in the wastes. What you peeking at, main compy?
Yeah, trying to see about replacing this GPU with a better one. So just because I can only imagine how unbearably slow this thing can get.
To be fair, you don't use this computer for anything else other than security updates, to be honest. And it runs cameras and turrets controls just fine.
Well, still. They could run better, and everything could, you know, be processed better if there was a better GPU. Speaking of which...
Fair on.
I found one.
We have plenty of spare parts lying about.
And a bunch of spare parts, except for regular GPUs for computers.
Fair on.
Well, I say regular, better ones. This is regular. It's a... This has not been cleaned in ages.
A far cry from Zasa's setup, innit?
Well, either way, this is now obsolete and useless.
Hey, metal can always make a purpose. Silicon inside, I don't know what purpose we can make with, and how we could at least still trade that bit of board away for someone that doesn't exactly know any better.
Yeah, gonna need to find actual proper drivers for this now, and uninstall the current ones, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Give it a second to boot up at the very least.
Aye. So, Jonah will be a little miffed that you ended up fixing stuff, but he'll understand once it runs. He'll probably accidentally think that you're messing with shite, but to be fair, he's still
okay.
Looking
Well,
out
to
for
be
us.
fair, he probably won't notice, because we're not really messing with any files. We're not really messing with any files, and he'll only really know that something's different if he actually takes a peek inside the damn thing.
Aye, this is
or realizes that the control panel for the GPU is a different one.
This is more just the general security and finance computer, really. Really should probably split it up into multiple, really. But,
yeah.
Oh well. Oh.
Got plenty of towers walking? Sitting around, sorry.
I know what you mean.
Sorry, I was thinking about the amount of rapids going around.
I'm not the boss, really. Actually, speaking of, I'm free of that, finally. Fucking free of that problem at long last.
Finally.
I know Widow said I may be hunted by the hounds, but she did also say she deleted all data on us. So if they were to find me, it would be by complete chance.
And besides, they're probably not super aware of, you know, the transforming friends we have around.
Aye, or the various turrets. Considered that when they nicked the family, it was at one of Jones's residential sites. And Jones even told me if they try to hit another SCP site again, they're probably going to send an MTF on them. And at that point, that's shadowy government versus shadowy government.
That's just the way of things.
Some kind of shadow war of sorts.
Hold on.
Probably be easier to type with both hands. Yeah, I got it.
I was just making sure that,
Right.
well, you actually got
Install.
the proper thing, like, there.
Well, first we install the drivers for the new ones, then we uninstall the olds. Because if we uninstall the old first, especially considering it's a GPU, we're just going to be left with no G. No G to P.
Well, okay, to be fair, the CPU is able to, you know, do basic stuff like, you know, display the display.
True, but it's going to look like fucking DOS. And I hate DOS.
It's not that basic, Jack.
It's the first thing that comes to mind for what ramblings of computers I hear out of Zaz. You get me point.
Like the only thing like uninstalling the old drivers really does is just fuck up the resolution, so it ends up looking a little bit trash, and also stretches things slightly, and that's it. That's all it does. You can still you can still access everything perfectly fine. It functions. It's just not utilizing the GPU, so it ends up running like shit.
Either way, we got the new drivers installed right now. To be fair, I could have said I was briefly a Finder, and it would have been the same reason why I was a little late. Having a bit of a Barney. People know what I mean when I say having a Barney, for fuck's sake. It's not like on a fishes. Fuck off. Fucking hell, lass.
Listen,
Right.
But you cannot deny that the phrase "unofficious" is just funny, period.
Fair enough. I guess I don't want to judge about it so much. There we go. I'll uninstall the old ones and I'll auto swap over.
Or at least it should. And if it
It'll
doesn't,
detect
you have to do...
It'll detect new drivers and go to those.
And if it doesn't, may have to do some fine jangling with the code, as one person
Either
said.
that or I just forcibly activate the other drivers and be done with it. It'll probably work. Right. I do that for you in December and you still give me shit. Jokingly mind, but still.
To be fair, I did the moderately annoying part of having to tear off the side panel, take the old thing out, and put the new one in.
Fair enough. I'm just doing the software end at this stage, which is kind of the opposite of how we kind of are, really.
Oh, hey, it's nice to go into dimensions.
I've got plenty of hardware. I've got plenty of softs.
It's nice to dip into each other's dimension every once in a while.
Hey. You'd like for me to be a bit more soft every once in a while, wouldn't you?
You say that? You're already soft enough.
Fair enough, darling. There we go. Yep, just fine, actually. I guess your method does make sense, but...
Yeah. May have to tweak a few things later, but I'll just leave a note for Jonah to do that.
Yeah, Jonah could do that himself, it's fine. Things are still working, I didn't hear shite power down, so... There's that. You know... Here I was about to rest me hands on your knees.
Oh well.
Hey.
You can rest your hands on something else now, can you?
Christ and shit. You didn't expect me to do that for you, did you?
No, but it was nice.
Main way I could see to at least reward you for helping me out, considering I can't exactly, not with a pack on anyway. Also, the amount of folk at the rack that were talking fucking road shit, it's hilarious. At the gym, amusingly, it was fucking Gidget, the lass who fucking danced on like me, Jonah, and Zaz. I did tell her about you, and also warned her probably against doing enough shit to you. I know how you are.
Yeah, horribly bisexual mess that I am.
Hey. Pretty sure if I had mounds like yours, I think you would just feel the same. As I do,
You've put that You've put that kind of image into my head now. And now I can't get rid of it.
Listen, just because I'm pretty sure I would still be able to put a bra on with the backpack on me. To be fair, at least being shirtless like this, there's no ambiguity of what my gender is before I even start speaking.
I mean, true. I mean, there are people who are flat-chested to the point where there's literally no need for a bra.
And yet, due to the expectations of whatever nonsense gender is, they wear a bra anyway, or at least a top.
Well, some people I knew didn't.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever. Say.
Oh, yeah.
Wanna head to Atlantis later?
Yeah.
After all, I don't have December to worry about, so I could get as drunk as I please.
True, and well, it'll be nice to actually relax after all the stuff that you've been through.
Now that I'm finally free of them, she even removed the tracker herself. Well, if I could say she slightly redeemed herself in my eyes. Not by much, but something. Not by much, considering she's the reason I got into this fucking shite, but... well...
Like, still, if I am ever given the opportunity, I'm going to absolutely destroy her entire face with my fists.
Wouldn't blame you so much, but apparently she didn't have the interests of the hounds at heart either. Hence why, apparently, judging by the logic of me somehow still being hunted, all too good, the last mission we did was actually hitting a hound's place. So, end as we started, I suppose.
Still, she put you on a bunch of stuff that almost got you hurt and almost killed at least twice.
To be fair, I still like Jones, despite him technically doing the same thing. I guess it's just because he's
fair, he's a reality bender.
True. It's not his intention to try and kill us, or at least if he did, he wouldn't be so grandiose about it.
But even if, say, you were to perish horribly, you just go up to your corpse, snap his fingers, and you're alive again.
True, but to be fair, when I did come back after those fucking divers, bastards using the same network, and I almost got fucking shot down for it. Jones is a lot more, what's the term? Natural when it came to actually fixing me up, as opposed to just snapping his fingers and reverting all my wounds. I guess that's something specific. Either that's something specific to just his rushes, his variant of rushes, or something else. But I definitely know he performed blood transfusion on me, considering I was I do recall the fact I was intermittently passing out on the table. But no use crying over what could have happened.
You get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Hey, long as I can still think, I can still be stubborn enough to keep living.
Yeah, honestly, I would not be too surprised if there's like somehow just an angel of some sort constantly watching over you, just making sure that you don't die, considering how much shit you go through.
Considering I'm following what some god of fair deals, who is the fiance of the lass who gave me a spell for Christmas, as well as the fact that a priest and Jones, I'm in fairly good hands when it comes to coming back. Because hey, if I bite it, and they ain't around at the very least, you or any of the other kid could probably go and find them. In that case, I probably should ask Jones or Priest to see about asking about it.
The first thing I would do, theoretically, hypothetically, if you were to up and perish, which I do not want in any capacity,
obviously,
is get you back in any way I can, and then immediately hunt down the fucker who killed you.
That's fair, I'd probably join you on that. As far as I'm aware, the lass who did give me the spell is looking to hunt down Happy. That bloody purple bunny I don't really care for in any capacity. Their business, frankly. I just hoping that Cookie don't exactly lose his lass as a result on it. But hey, he's still got a couple followers, even if one's suffered a bit in terms of memory. Whatever. I already only said to them that, or at least to Max anyway, that if I have to, I will. If I'm able to, I will. And odds are good, that just gives me the perfect excuse to chicken out of it. I shouldn't say it like that.
Well, okay. To be fair, again, you've gone through a lot.
I've gone through enough. And frankly, it's inevitable. I already know Jonah warned me I'd end up probably making powerful enemies after I enter Zephyra. I mean, he was right, but, not in the way he presumably expected. But I've made some powerful allies too, both in the metaphorical, literal sense of, actually befriending gods, and a more personal matter because of you. You're a powerful ally, because, well, I love you. Simple as that.
Yeah. And well, gives you a lot more reason to spite death as well.
Carrot seed me flickering it out on his ferry, I'm 90%. Faster
well, I'm not just
to
strong in that well, I'm not just strong in that manner, I'm strong in the literal manner as well.
Especially considering how durable those arms were to take my attacks when when you accidentally made me lose it.
Yeah. Although my arms were a little sore for a little while after that, but they're fine now.
Better than you
just didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to concern you.
Better than you getting head damage, Lynn.
Well, most you did was just bruise the back a little bit.
Aye.
Likely not even from you punching me, it was probably just from the impact of me hitting the ground.
Aye, or something else regarding the noise. Again, if it doesn't directly concern us, I don't think we should really matter about it so much.
Yeah. I'm fine. We can relax at Atlantis.
Aye.
For right now.
Aye.
Don't have to worry about anything.
Well, Atlantis ain't gonna open for another 30, so we have some time to vibe, as Zaz would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a nice way to vibe at the very least. At the very least, I'm done with the hound shite, so I don't need to worry. That reminds me, I can speak freely on the lad. I didn't want to, considering I was worried that they'd probably go and find him if I were to speak about him, to be honest.
Oh, you're talking about,
the Civ.
The Never Two said his name. The fucking...
No, but you know
I remember...
what I mean.
I remember, Jonah and Silas talking about someone at a bunker somewhere.
Aye. Lad by the name of Jeffrey. If I recall right from the document, it was Jeffrey Wilde. Hit with that feral infection when by the time we rescued him. Far as I know, that Hank fellow that we came across, or at least I told you about, apparently, well, he's looking for Jeff. Presumably in a less aggressive manner than the hounds were.
Okay, naturally. Like, he may be wearing, you know, primarily black with a splash of red, but I don't think he wears a goddamn badge of the hounds anywhere.
No. Definitely not part of their uniforms, that's a certainty.
Yeah, well,
but if he were, he wouldn't be as calm and
with a great trench coat like that.
True. And if he were, well, he wouldn't be as calm and talking to me about him like that. The only potential obligation I have with the hounds is letting Zaz continue the training to become some hacker girl or something. Which,
to be fair,
at that point, that's her prerogative.
To be fair, she could probably just do that by herself. I won't be too surprised.
True.
Silas is working on a network upgrade, so...
So it's about using her to see about hacking into the Hound's databases. Getting some valuable info.
That's their problem, who cares?
Again, yeah, that's Zaz's prerogative, and frankly, if she ends up bringing shite on us, then, well, that's on her. At the very least, before that last mission, I at least had a nice fight with Max. Which is a funny sentence to say, I'll admit, but you know what I mean. So that, well, fighting that little underground rig was rather reminiscent of how old Fight Finder used to be. Before the stadium. Or at least before they got together the resources to make a stadium, really. You know what I mean?
Max is relatively nice, all things considered.
Aye. He may have a screw loose in regards to me, but considering the shit I did with the hounds, I can't blame him too much, I suppose.
Well, maybe you can, if it ends up escalating in any capacity. Because at that point, you were just doing what you thought was right, okay?
Doing what I could for the family, at the very least.
And also trying not to screw other people over.
Exactly. That's what I know I told Hay. I know she were aggressive about it, and I know you're not exactly fond of her, considering, you know, logically. Not exactly a great really. First impression when the first you saw of her, the first you knew of her was her pointing a fucking gun to me head. But again, I understand where she's coming from on it. She's got concern for Jeffrey, as do I. Hence why I was evading him as much as I could. Maybe you can ask Jonah about, because he was the one that gave the idea of the bunker in the first place. Maybe you can get where Jeffrey was actually sent. Because I know he was in some kind of quarantine town or something, or at least a neighborhood masquerading as normal town but under quarantine area. Weird shade.
Well, I don't
something
really
about
know.
Landlords or something. I forget what Hay said about it.
I don't really know. Well, just because, I don't really know all that much about this Jeff.
All I know is
he
that,
sounds like
when we got him out, he was skittish, nervous, panicking, and very confused, naturally. Mainly because apparently Hay recognized him. Don't know why, don't know if they met before. I never thought to ask. Probably should next time I see her.
If the next time doesn't involve you being friend again. If it does end up...
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
If it results in you getting friend again, I'm going to threaten her. That's just how it's gonna work.
Half the reason the threats work is because I'm not ready to defend myself half the time. If I had my arms out and ready to go, threats wouldn't exactly mean much. I could block line of sight and try and grab him.
Or better yet, just use the whole mass of the arm to shove whoever is threatening you up against the wall, so they can't really do anything.
True.
But, yeah, anyway.
Hey, maybe you could see about seeing this Jeffrey
Jeff
for
sounds
yourself.
like he could probably... Yeah, he sounds like he could use some proper company.
Aye, especially considering what I heard about the symptoms of that damn thing. The damned infection.
No, it's not contagious, is it?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they only said it would be contagious through scratches and bites.
Well, I doubt he'd probably be doing that.
Probably through later stages of the infection, and I doubt he's hit that yet. All we heard from Hay is that he started to pick up her freckles, which, I'm not sure what stage of that is, but that's definitely a benign mutation if that's the case.
Definitely strange.
All I'm aware of was the first and second stages were nerve pain and slowly and memory loss.
Oh.
Poor bastard. Probably in an effort to make a person inflicted forget all about themselves and be a bit more pliable to hound orders. I don't know. Turn them into a feral beast. Poor fucking bastard. Alongside the other suits we got
More reason why I hope those hound bastards burn to the ground, never to be seen again. Including the bitch who put you on those things. I don't care if she doesn't have the best interest of the hounds at heart.
At this point, she's kind of done more good for me at this point than bad, even if just barely. Just barely. As she was willing to release me kid, alongside Zaz, which did lead to that. Again, I'm sorry. But, you know, she were practically foaming when we actually brought her in. Not literally, mind. We don't... Rabies doesn't exist. But... Nay. No worries, Lynn. They're not coming back for us. That we can assure of it. And if they try, we have turrets, we have barricade and clips, and whoever else we may have to help us.
Yeah, if they show up, they are dead on the spot.
Exactly. If anyone manages to kill me, plenty of friends willing to avenge me at least. I could be happy for that. I could at least be happy on the fact that I've made an impact if I do go to Karen's Ferry and actually buy a bloody ticket.
If only this entire big hunk of great machinery wasn't on your back so I can give you a proper hug.
The sentiment is still appreciated, Lynn. You know that.
And well, if it wasn't there, I'd actually be able to lie in the same bed as you.
Aye. Soon. Don't you worry, I've set the appointment in. I'll probably need to talk with Silas about it, depending on his schedule. But we do have... I do have the date of the appointment set. Next weekend. I'll be in the Rags clinic for about a week, but...
Yeah, there's a bit of bad news on Silas there. He did say he's gonna be, unfortunately, very busy on the weekend and, like, the next few days after that.
Ah, piss. Alright. Well, I'll talk with him and ask him about getting a proper list.
Yeah, I do remember him saying at the very least he'll try and get as much in-depth stuff down on papers for, you know, the people doing this.
Hey.
But yeah, you should still be fine.
Aye, I'll live.
And as far as I know, the people in the Rancor are good people.
Aye. I know Jonah helped look over a surgery that Silas got at the rack anyway, and if they can handle vocal cords, they can handle these.
Well, vocal cords are a lot smaller and much more delicate.
Delicate, only a slight bit less complicated than this shit, but...
I say more delicate. I'm pretty sure a whole spine connection is much more delicate in some areas. One fuck up and the entire thing falls apart.
Exactly.
Whereas with vocal cords, with vocal cords, you can probably fuck up like a couple things and you'll only be missing like 1, maybe 2 chords. You can still speak perfectly fine.
Aye. I know it's gonna be a big thing, hence why I've got 3 IV bags worth of blood in the clinic labeled as for patient use. And labeled under my name, Jack. And after all, you already know me full name.
Yeah.
Do you have a second name, Lynn? Or is it just Raelynn?
You know, now that you've made me think about it, I don't actually... I know I do have one, I just don't remember what it is. It's been so long since I thought about my own family.
Huh. Fair enough. Well, either way.
Something for me to think on probably when I'm, like, asleep.
Maybe it won't even matter so much, after all. Sooner or later... No. I think it'd be nice to call you Raelynn Freehorn.
Are you half proposing to me?
Maybe just a thought on the future, eh? After all, you're the first lass I've loved in half a decade. The first person I've loved, well, in that same amount of time. You get what I mean. We're Freehorns are bisexual as fuck. So, frankly...
Oh, I gathered that.
You'll fit right in. Besides, wouldn't it be the first time with this kind of household that a cat got with a rabbit, eh? Saren the father that helped birth Zaz, really.
Trying to envision how your family tree goes is probably absolutely wild.
It's probably easier to describe the tree as how would
at the very least
hey. The roots being the fathers, the stump being the mother, and the branches being us.
But at the very least, it's definitely not as much of a convoluted mess as Greek mythology's family tree.
Oh god, no, there's fuck tons of incest in that. Jesus shite.
It's like... Zeus, keep it in your pants.
Yeah, no, that's like half of the fucking mythologies. Just unfortunately, Zeus was being fucking horny.
But let's not exactly get into that. At the very least... At the very least, your tree is much of a mess as this. It's not that much of a mess, and, you know, it doesn't exactly involve other family members.
Yeah, don't they have branches that loop into themselves? But hey, maybe at a later point, maybe that could probably be the case. But it's a nice thought, isn't it? After all, now that I've set the thought in your head, it does sound like a nice name, don't it? Even if we don't even marry, even if I know one of the workmates I have in the garage is a registered priest, currently he can actually officiate. But even if we don't bother with it, you're part of the family regardlessly.
You might as well just propose to me at this point.
Maybe when I have the pack off, I'll be a bit more passionate about it.
Implying you're not passionate right now.
Maybe if I lose myself in the heats of passion afterwards. So I'm not exactly sure what effect having the pack off for a bit will actually do to me. After all, I've had it on for about a couple of years, and it had been suppressing me urges. I'm not exactly sure what will happen when they come back. But maybe you and Joda or someone could probably set someone up to help with that. Just in case.
Or, well, Silas's ancient method of fuck around and find out.
Well, either way, I don't even want, well, a repeat of what happened with Zaz. Especially with potential with potentially different consequences.
I'll keep him in mind, don't worry.
Fair enough.
And besides...
Sorry, I should lay it off so you can speak.
Besides, I feel like you probably have a little more control over yourself.
A little bit,
for a while.
at least currently anyway. After all, while I may not have desires myself, I could at least help you satiate yours, hence why I did that.
And well, I wasn't exactly expecting it, but it is welcome.
The best things in life are unexpected, aren't they? I seem to be the most unexpectedly great thing in your life.
I guess you can probably end up saying the same about me, can't you?
To an extent, ultimately entering Zephyra may have been the best decision I ever made. Careful, you want that much weight on your thighs?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
And besides, your legs are good enough support as well.
True.
And... Do I... I don't know if I should say this.
Eh? What?
Yeah, I can tell you haven't exactly given in to any of those kind of urges in a good few years. I can feel your nuts on my leg.
You didn't need to say it like that, Lynn. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god,
Like, I'll laugh at you, at the very least.
Oh, alright, fair. Cripes.
And, well, they do feel quite big.
Jesus Christ. Gosh, you'd want to fucking train them when my park is off, wouldn't you, you rat bitch? Sheesh. Sorry, cat bitch.
Well, after the pack is gone, if you ever need help, well, you've helped me, why shouldn't I help you?
You make a fair argument there. I won't lie. After all, effort for effort, you
Do need to be a little, yeah, do need to be a little careful about certain things, but
making sure I don't slip. After all, I only had the worry of going feral for near 2 years.
And besides, there's at least 2 other ways it can go.
True.
Both with, well, basically no consequence.
Aside from sores, I suppose. But let's stop thinking about that, even if you can apparently keep feeling it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why Grant seems to try and go for him all the time. He's fucking jealous. Stupid blocky bastard. Yeah, well.
I'll keep my hands away from there for now.
Sheesh. Looking to see what your next pillows are like.
Unless you want my hands there.
Not squeezing and keeping your eyes at me. Sheesh. So I'm not exactly into choking that much.
Well, you didn't exactly answer the question there, did you?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, Lynn.
Fair enough.
Besides, we might as well start prepping to go to Atlantis.
Yeah.
Get out from between your thighs in that case. That's so much you're going to be thinking about for quite a bit, ain't you?
To be fair, that could just be my mind exaggerating the feeling. Who knows?
I don't know. Fine.
Well, there really is only one way to properly know an egg capacity, but that's on you to decide, because...
Effort for effort.
Well, at least respect, because I want to at least respect your boundaries.
Fair enough. And I know where yours lie. So far, anyway. At least where I know what's within them. So tell you what. You get to feel them up, and I get to smack both of your cheeks.
Oh.
Gotcha?
Alright.
Alright. At least it'll be nice having a feeling on them that isn't trying to make them explode. Like a Grant seems to keep trying.
In or out, Vance?
To be fair, I didn't specify, but I'm not asking you to take off your trousers for the sake of it, so...
Well, you don't for this... Well, you say that for this, they don't exactly need to come off. I can just slip my hand.
Okay.
But if you don't want me to, that's fine.
You know what? Fine, go on. I know how much will be in your head. Okay. God, that's
okay, my mind wasn't exaggerating.
God, that's a strange feeling.
Strange, nice strange, or just strange?
I don't know. Not a bad strange, just feels off. But maybe in the way
Maybe
that
it's
I've not
just
had
because
it
this is still here.
happen, I suppose. Sheesh. Right. Well, enjoy.
God, they are big.
Maybe at some point when we're actually in my bloody room, you could see about taking a bloody picture if you really wanted it. That was a gaff, Lynn. That was a gaff, Lynn. I was having a laugh.
Look, I wasn't expecting it in any capacity, so like my immediate thought was to take it seriously in some capacity.
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised
considering
about
what
it.
I was just doing.
I mean, alright, fair. Maybe it's the fact that I've gotten comfortable with you already that I'm not minding so much.
Well, yeah, well, I've definitely gotten comfortable with you.
Aye. Now, you're into the bargain. Sheesh. There. Bad kitty. Sheesh. Yeah.
Anyway. We should probably prep to actually get over to Atlantis. I should get my jacket.
And plus we've at least gotten those thoughts out of our system now. So we don't have to worry about doing that accidentally in view of people.
Well, the thought of doing things is out. The actual just thought of them in general, still there.
Yo, alright, fair point.
Because, well, ever since that night, it's kind of hard to not think about that.
My tongue felt real fucking nice, didn't it, Lena?
Feels nice when it's around my tongue as well.
That's a fact.
Anyway.
Alright. Get your jacket on. Let's go to Atlantis. At the very least, I still have the coordinates ready. And well, I'd have to ask Ollie directly whether or not I could have coordinates for the helipad for the sake of appearing there. Next time, eh?
Well, maybe you can ask him when we're there.
Hey.
As for now, I need to find the damn jack I left.
Hey, I'll be with you at the entrance. I'll be waiting for you at the entrance, eh? Aye, aye.